There are interesting stuff happening at Chelsea, by the way. Interesting stuff happening. Tosin could be out, but is he just gonna go out like that, or Chelsea have something working on the ground? Eh? And what's his name? Neto as well could be out. And what's Chelsea doing that? Now we're gonna be talking about all of that in details, giving you my opinions and all of that. But before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Famous Football. I'm your host Nate. Let's talk football. To all you the new subscribers, if you I said new subscribers, the new guys, you just watching for the first time, don't forget to hit the like, hit the subscribe. Much appreciated. Now, let's do it. Tosin Adarabioyo. Yeah? I know I'm butchering his name. Tosin Adarabioyo. Yeah? Unk. Some of us call him. Yeah? Big Unk. Some of us refer to him as. Yeah? The uncle for the Mountain FC. Now, if you are a Chelsea fan, you definitely have an opinion about Tosin. Yeah? I rate Tosin when it comes to him being on the ball. I don't think there's so much of a problem. Now, he panics a lot, right? Because the last game, one of the games we played that he started, right? I think the very first game, you could see he is very mistake prone. Because of that, a lot of us are calling for his head. Like, we want him out, right? Now, on the ball, like I said, he's not so bad. But when everything else, as a defender, the thing they're paying you to do, which is to defend, the brother can defend. The man can't defend for one bit. Recently, the game we played yesterday, right? Let's see. Abysmal performance from him, by the way. Yeah. Even Achampon play against, what's their name? AC Milan. Achampon looks better, right? And he's supposed to be the big guy. Achampon did looks better than him. But let's not, enough about that. Enough about that. Yes, we're being reported by Tosin. Benfica are reportedly interested in a summer move for Tosin Adarabioyo. Benfica manager Silva would like Benfica to sign him on a permanent deal, as the pair previously worked together at Fulham for 3 seasons. Now, hold that thought while we just talk about Tosin. Now, yes, another one. This Chelsea are considered signing the Portuguese defender Tomás Araújo to bolster the defense. And he enjoyed great admiration within the club due to his level and leadership quality despite his young age. He's 24 years old. Benfica may agree to sell him for around £50 million, despite there being a higher release clause of £67 million. Now, the reason why I make us read both of them, yeah, just so you get the understanding, Chelsea don't do business for free. You know what I mean? Like, we don't just walk up to your place and then go, or you come up to our place and then you go, you can have whatever you want. Now, remember the Morgan Rogers deal, right? In that deal, what was discussed in there was for Garnacho to go over there on loan, and then Garnacho would get bought or would get by what's their name, Aston Villa the next season. And Jackson is definitely going over there, right? Jackson most likely destination is to Villa. Right? So all of that was discussed in one deal for us going for Morgan Rogers. Crystal Palace, on the other hand, when we went to go discuss for Lacroix to come over, Lacroix was not the only thing that was discussed. Yeah? People from Chelsea also going on the other hand was also discussed. Disasi is being linked with them. Yeah? And what's this? The Achampon might even get a loan going over there. Yeah? And we also looking to bring Adam Wharton the other way. So when Chelsea comes to do business with you, yeah, just expect movement going both ways. So we're seeing Benfica coming in for Tosin. And you think that's just it, yeah? Chelsea ain't got nothing up their sleeve. There's nothing there. It's like, oh, we want to get rid of Benfica. But it's also been rumored Chelsea is looking to add another center back to the list. But we haven't really heard anything yet. We were linked with one, what's it called? Atalanta fellow like that. Yeah, I forget his name, right? Decent. But now, Benfica coming in for Tosin, Marco Silva, his former manager from Fulham, not coming in for him. That's great news. But then Chelsea's like, okay, what about Araujo? Huh? You scratch my back, I scratch your back. You know, like 1-for-1 type of thing. Like, you help a brother out, or brother help you out. You know what I mean? You be a brother keeper, a brother will definitely keep you. You know what I mean? That's what Chelsea's up to. So they're coming in for Tosin. Great. And Chelsea now want Araujo. And now bringing Araujo in, that's an upgrade. That's why I have my Portuguese jersey on today, yeah? Because we're going to be discussing two different Portuguese players, yeah? Viva Ronaldo, mwah, yeah? But let's put that aside. Araujo to Chelsea, I'll take it. Personally, I'm all for it. I'm 100% for it. He's an upgrade to Tosin that if we decide to go with 3 in the back, he can definitely be one of those people. Lacroix, Colwell, Araujo, upgrade, right? You understand what I mean? Now, Rich James can also fill in that spot, so we're not like it. Achempo can also fill in there, but we're not like it. But now imagine these 3 people as our starting center back. Lord have mercy. We okay. We are okay to begin the season with. Let's be honest, yeah? That's proper quality at the back. Proper quality at the back. I'll take it. I'm being honest. I will take this brother at Chelsea. Tosin, get out. He comes in. I take it. 24 years old. Kind of fit into the blue core model, right? I don't even want to say the old model. Fits into the blue core model. Let's see how it works. Now, he's not 16, but he's 24. He has played Champions League football, played regular football. There's a lot of experience, captain material, right? Let's see what we get here, right? Tosin, please go the other way. Araujo comes in. We call it a day. And now, the fact that they're willing to reduce the price as well, right? 67 million release clause. Now they're willing to take 50 million. That simply means they might be Chelsea might be letting, what's his name go? Or Tosin go for around 50 million. Yeah? Listen, Blue Co, when it comes to business, it comes to selling people, yeah? They know what they're doing. I'll be honest with you. But the way they've been running the clause recently was not well. But let me know your thoughts about Araujo and Tosin going the other way. What would you do? Now, here's another one. Another Portuguese, yeah? You know how we do our annual sale with Arsenal. It's like it's a thing that has to happen every year, right? What's his name went over? Since Bluco came, it's like every single year we have to do a business with them, right? Or they have to come over and then get one of our players. Havertz went over there, right? They didn't stop. Now, the following year, they came for Jorginho. The following year, they came for Kepa, Madueke. All the men then, they went over there, right? So now it's like it have become a thing for Arsenal to come over to our yard, right? And then we get to sell them one of our players. So it's like a regular thing. And here is it, right? Arsenal are showing interest in Chelsea winger Pedro Neto, Mikel Arteta looks to strengthen his attack. Chelsea are willing to consider a sale for the Portugal international, while Neto is open to assessing interest this summer. Manchester City, Tottenham, and Liverpool are also interested, although Chelsea are not actively pushing Neto towards an exit. Right? Now, hold that thought about Neto going to Arsenal, and let's look at this one. Juventus have rejected Arsenal interest in Kenan Yildiz and considering the attacker untouchable. Arsenal renewed their interest after making an inquiry in June, but Juventus have no intention of selling the 21 years old. A Serie A giant wants to build their future around Yildiz, meaning even a 100 million offer is unlikely to change their stance. Now you see, if you put one and one together, you know what you're gonna get, right? Yildiz was Arsenal preferred target. Well, it was Vinicius, but now he picked Madrid, right? He decided to stay. Then Yildiz become their next option, and he also Juve is rejecting the bid for him. They're not looking to stay. They're not looking to let him go, right? So he stay. Now Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto is not the man, the alternative. And I'm not mad at that, right? But the problem here is this. Pedro Neto going to Arsenal is not going to be the same as Madueke going to Arsenal. I feel like he's going to show level, right? And the way Arsenal play, Pedro Neto big move is to kind of cut the ball and then whip in across. He's good at that, right? Or decent at that, let's say. Right? In Arsenal, what do you know Arsenal to be doing, right? Crashing the box, putting everybody in there and whipping crosses in, right? Until somebody put their head on it and it enter the back of the net, they don't stop. And so signing Neto, and now the fact that they went in for him, they wanted a right winger and they're not getting it. And we also know Neto can play on both flanks, right? Now, the left side of the pitch is not his preferred place. He'd rather be on the right side, but he can also play on the on the left side when it comes to it, because Chelsea have played there multiple times, right? Regardless who the manager were, whether it was Enzo Maresca, whoever it was, since he came, he's been playing on both ends. Like he can play on the right, play on the left. So he's been showing quality in that regard, in terms of versatility, right? But Chelsea is not actively looking to let him out. And my honest thought is this, right? I don't want to straighten Arsenal offense, right, or strengthen Arsenal team in any way, right? I would rather sell him to a Juve, sell him to, I don't know, maybe any La Liga team or a Bundesliga, right? Sell him, but I can even sell him to a Bournemouth. I don't really mind, but Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City, these people, I don't really want to see him going over there, right? And with all honesty, I'd rather keep Pedro Neto. I still don't think Esteva is where we want him to be. The brother still have a bit to learn, right? And by the way, somebody need to call this guy and tell him or ask or show him how to actually pass a football. It's not the case that he cannot pass the ball or he doesn't have the quality, right? Like he wants to be the one to finish it. Because sometimes you look up, there are a lot of people that are in better position than you. You have to pass the ball. But we're not discussing Esteva, right? So he's still my starboard though. That doesn't mean anything. He is still my starboard. But Pedro Neto, I still think Pedro Neto needs to stay. And somebody mentioned this to me today. Because of the way Chelsea is trying to play now, right? And we saw that in recent game against Milan, right? We can play him as a wingback. And we saw that with Maresca when we play PSG as well. We can play, Neto as a wingback. He has that in him. The pace, he can recover, he's fast, he's quick. And, he creates that balance in terms of attack and defense. He can attack, he can also come back and help the defense if it's needed. Like that recovery run, Alonso was applauding him for one recovery run that he did, right? When we were playing Milan. I think what's his name? It was Rafael Leao that got the ball, right? He came back, run, got the ball back from Rafael Leao, and then we start again, right? So his staying is not the end of the world. Like, I would really want him to stay. I'll be honest here. I would really want him to stay, right? So let's see what happened with that. But let me know your thoughts down below, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of what you think. Do you think Pedro Neto will stay or he will end up going to Arsenal, right? Or we know Chelsea definitely want at least 70 million for him, but that's by the way. So let me know your thoughts down below. Tosin going the other way to Benfica, and we're bringing Araujo to the bridge. What's your thoughts about that, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know. Much appreciated. See you in the coming video. Adios.